There is a time for many words, and there is also a time for sleep. Even a fool learns something once it hits him. Be strong, saith my heart. I am a soldier. I have seen worse sights than this. Hateful to me as the gates of Hades is that man who hides one thing in his heart and speaks another. Endure and keep yourself for days of happiness. The difficulty is not so great to die for a friend as to find a friend worth dying for. There is a strength in the union of friends that no storm can break. Light is the task where many share the toil. A man who has been through bitter experiences and traveled far enjoys even his sufferings after a time. Words empty as the wind are best left unsaid. There is nothing more deadly than a heart ungrateful. Courage, dear heart, for even the darkest night must end. The blade itself incites to deeds of violence. Few sons are like their fathers, most are worse, few better. Wine can of their wits the wise beguile, make the sage frolic and the serious smile. Out of sight, out of mind, the old saying is true. A man's life breath cannot come back again. No raiders in force, no brave sons can bring it back. Some things you will think of yourself. Some things God will put into your mind. There is a time for many words, and there is also a time for action. The gods envy us because we are mortal. Our moments are already lost, and that makes them precious. Each man delights in the work that suits him best. Even when someone hurts you, remember, patience brings strength. Sleep, the cousin of death, restores our weary souls. A guest never forgets the host who has treated him kindly. He who obeys the gods, to him they lend a ready ear. Without a sign his sword the brave man draws, and asks no omen but his country's cause. The mind of man is a fragile thing, easily swayed by fortune and fate. A friend with an understanding heart is worth no less than a brother. Fate is the same for the man who holds back, the same if he fights hard. Even the bravest cannot fight beyond his strength, for a friend with an understanding heart is worth no less than a brother. Zeus does not bring all men's plans to pass. There is a mercy in the heart that no law can teach. Wise is the man who knows the limits of his wisdom. Each man's life is shaped by his own hands, yet guided by unseen powers. Honor is not in glory alone, but in the striving. Even a small rock holds its ground against the storm. There is no greater fame for a man than that which he wins with his own hands and feet. A man's true wealth is the good he does in the world. Endurance is nobler than strength, and patience more fitting than pride. Fair words may hide a foul heart. As a man sows, so shall he reap. The gods see all. Even the wise cannot see all ends. A gentle word can melt the hardest heart. The will of the gods is strong, but man must still strive. No man or woman, born coward or brave, can shun his destiny. It is not strength but perseverance that brings the crown. Dreams are sent by Zeus to guide the living and warn the foolish. Let your heart be steadfast, though the storm may rage. There is a time for tears, but there is also a time to wipe them away and act.